TV today, and my name is Olive Barrows. The big story of the day is, of course, the arraignment of Migori Governor Okoth Obado with the offense of aiding and abetting the felony of murder. He is presently at the Milimani Law Courts, and that's where we go now, where the Judge Justice Jesse Lesit has returned to the courtroom.
So that we don't suffocate, can we have somewhere there, please? And you open the door.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
In this matter, I'm leading Mr. Savannah. Mr. Ombeta and Mr. Evans Ndiki. We are ready to take the plea. Excuse me.
On behalf of the public, I appear with my colleague Tom Milimani, Assistant DPP, and my name is Jacob Owade. Jonas, you have mentioned Honorable Kaluma, together with Ms. Yambo, Ms. Mutuku, Ms. Mutuku, appear for the, holding watching brief for the family of the deceased. And this matter is coming up for plea, and we are ready to take the plea. Yes, Your Honor, we have done the medical assessment.
Where is it? Now, what language do you want to use? Okay, I'll read the information which contains the charge. You listen carefully because you'll be required to answer. Now, the charge is murder contra Section 203, as read with Section 204 of the Penal Code. And the particulars are that you, Zakaria Okoth Obado, between the 3rd and the 4th of September this year, at Owade area in Rachuonyo sub-county within Homa Bay County, joined with others not before, murdered Sharon Otieno. Now I think something is missing. It is saying with others not before.
Court.
Not before court.
Yes.
Okay, we'll amend and add the word court. You understand the charge?
Understand the charge.
Is it true? You went a plea of not guilty? I've entered a plea of not guilty. Yes.
Waste of my name on behalf the application and all the necessary authorities. And I'm reliably informed that the investigating officer has sworn an affidavit in opposition to the application, in which case we will be ready to argue the application if the state is not conceding.
You have to speak loudly so that we can hear you.
I thought these things are working. I'm not sure. But I'm saying if the prosecution is not conceding, we are ready to argue the application. And oppose the application, but just in case.
Your Honor, we've had the work with the defense, and I told them for bail, which is supported by an affidavit. And they will be seeking time to file a response to the application and the claim. It is not, however, true that we have filed an affidavit.
Ms. Otieno gave me indication that if in that event the application could be argued as early as possible, subject to your ladyship's concurrence. Possibly tomorrow or afternoon today.
No, Your Honor, I actually spoke with counsel, and I told him we will need time to respond to the application. I also informed him, Your Honor, my lady, that we have another matter coming up Wednesday. And the earliest we can be able to argue the application. Sorry? Yes, it has. The earliest, therefore, we can argue the application is Wednesday. For now, urge the court to remand the accused person in custody pending the hearing of the hearing and determination of the application.
My lady, what I heard from the State Council is that they would want to consolidate this matter with another on Wednesday. And consolidation, to my understanding, can be done at any time before the hearing. So really, it has no bearing on the bail application. And you will still urge your ladyship to consider the earliest possible opportunity for the hearing of this the bail application, because the accused person was in custody since Friday.
Our request is that we do it on Wednesday, avoid duplicity of the same application, the same argument. I appreciate that fact. We ought to give us time to file it, put in the affidavit, and also for the next coming case.
Yeah, but since Friday is now that.
Yes, sir. We have no problem then. If that is the direction of the court, we can come tomorrow for the argument of the application.
It's an order of the court. Council is an order of the court. In the meantime, your ladyship, we also wish to apply that the accused person be remanded at Gigiri Police Station in the meantime.
Your Honor, of course, once an accused person goes without saying, once an accused person has been charged before court, he should be remanded in prison custody and not in the police custody. He has taken plea. He has taken plea and has pleaded not guilty. And therefore we cannot treat this accused person preferentially from other accused persons. I therefore strongly oppose the application request to have the accused person remanded in police custody. The police have nothing more to do with him. Therefore, they will not be in a position to hold further.
I say the state should file their response and serve before then. In the meantime, the accused will be remanded at the industrial area prison. have a copy?
I will supply a copy of.
You keep that one because you might need it. You give us a copy.
Criminal case number 19 of 2017. That was Margaret Karimi Jiro, sorry.
Live pictures there from the Milimani law courts, where the Migori Governor Okoth Obado has pleaded not true to the charge of conspiring with others to murder Sharon Otieno, the 26-year-old university student who was his lover. Justice Jesse Lasit has recorded his plea as not guilty. And of course, there is rather arguments with regard to his release on bail, as we had been informed by Ken Mijungu, who is at the courts. And the prosecution is seeking to continue to hold the governor so that his case will be consolidated with that facing Michael Oyamo and Kaspal Obiero. The defense, of course, has said that is not sufficient reason to keep him in police custody or in remand. So again, he's pleaded not true to the charge of murder, that is conspiring with others to murder the 26-year-old Rongo University third-year student Sharon Otieno, who was 7 months heavy with child. He's been charged with conspiring with Michael Oyamo and Kaspal Obiero to murder her. He's pleaded not true. The judge, Jesse Lasit, in that case, has taken down that to be his plea, that he's pleaded not guilty to that particular offense. What is happening now is that the issue of bail and bond is being canvassed. The state has said they intend to consolidate his case together with the other suspects in the matter, that is Kaspal Obiero and Michael Oyamo. According to a statement from the Director of Public Prosecutions, the Migori governor was to be charged with aiding and abetting Sharon's murder, together with Kaspal Obiero. His other personal assistant, Michael Oyamo, was just to face the charge of murder. In the courtroom, we could see Sharon Otieno's family present, her father and her mother, looking very emotional. They had said they will not lay Sharon Otieno to rest until justice has been done. We'll hear from them, I assume, a little bit later on from Ken Mijungu. When we speak to Ken Mijungu, and they'll tell us whether for them this is justice being done. The governor is being arraigned before High Court Judge Jessie Lasit. She is the principal judge in charge of the criminal division. The governor has pleaded not true to the charge of murder. What is happening now is that the state has applied, says they intend to apply for the consolidation of his case together with that of Michael Oyamo and Kaspal Obiero, both of whom are his personal assistants. They've been tied to the murder. Oyamo is believed to have set up that meeting that led to the abduction of Sharon Otieno, and Kaspal Obiero's wife has been identified as the owner of the vehicle that was used to abduct Sharon Otieno. The governor has been in police custody since Friday, and of course, as can be expected, his lawyers want him released now that he's pleaded to the charge. He was being held at the Gigiri Police Station together with a suspect in the murder of former MCA Idris Mukhtar. Suspect in that particular murder, he was killed in Kileleshwa last month. It was a heinous murder. The man who committed that particular murder was since committed, or apparently according to the authorities, since committed suicide. The authorities say the Migori governor was not preferred any special treatment. He's slept on the floor, according to the Daily Nation report. It also says he ate the meals that the other prisoners, or rather the other remandees, also partook in. The autopsy report into Sharon's murder showed that she was stabbed 8 times, and a DNA report showed that the governor is indeed the father of the child who was killed in that particular incident. According to the according to the Director of Public Prosecutions, Nuruddin Haji, it has emerged that the governor was unhappy with the pregnancy, which led to the conspiracy to murder her. She was taken hostage, and that was on the 3rd of September, and her body was found on the 4th of the day after the 4th of September in a thicket near Oyugis. Those are the latest details from what is happening at the Milimani Law Courts. Ken Mijungu will give us the latest updates. But what he tells us is that the state has opposed the governor's application for bail. They're seeking time to reply or file a replying affidavit to the defense's application for bail. The prosecution has asked them to remand the suspect and not grant him bail. They say they want to merge his case with another on Wednesday, as I had mentioned. The judge wants to hear the application for bail tomorrow, that is Tuesday. And the defense wants the judge to allow the suspect to be held at the Gigiri Police Station. In the meantime, he's been held at that police station since Friday, when he was summoned to record a second statement at the DCI headquarters on Kiambu Road. He was thereafter arrested and transferred to the Gigiri Police Station. That is, of course, preceding his arraignment this morning. The prosecution, however, says once you take plea, you're taken to a prison and not held, continue to be held in police custody. It's very likely he could be sent to the industrial area remand prison. And of course, as I said, as can be expected, the opposition has opposed that particular application from the state to continue to hold the Migori governor. Of course, the state says that they intend to file a replying affidavit to the application for release on bail of the governor. He has pleaded not true. He's at the Milimani Law Court. He's been held at the Gigiri Police Station since Friday before his being arraigned in court this morning. According to a Daily Nation report, only his wife and his lawyer Cliff Ombeta and his children, of course, his lawyers Roger Sagana and Cliff Ombeta, that is, were allowed to visit him during the duration of his being held at the Gigiri Police Station. He's been held there since Friday, treated like everybody else, that is according to the authorities. Sharon Otieno was was abducted on September the 3rd. Her body was later recovered, and that is on the 4th of September, the day after, in a thicket in close to Oyugis. And according to the Director of Public Prosecutions, the vehicle that was used in her abduction was later recovered on the 16th of September, and the driver in that particular instance was also taken into police custody. The vehicle that was used is registered to Olivia Adhiambo, who is the wife to Kaspal Obiero, his PA, one of his PAs. Two of his PAs are facing charges alongside him. One of his PA's wife was the registered owner of that vehicle. It's a KCL 481K, a dark gray Toyota Fielder, and that is in police custody. It remains in police custody. Michael Oyamo has been behind bars for much longer. He, according to Barack Odor's account, Barack Odor is a Nation journalist who was taken into custody, who was abducted together with Sharon Otieno before later running for his life. He says the meeting that preceded their abduction was organized by the PA, Michael Oyamo, of the governor. That PA is a former Navy man, and he was dishonorably discharged. The court did grant for his continued detention. They will be back in court on Wednesday, when the prosecution says they want to consolidate his case together with that of the Migori governor, and together with that of another PA, and that is Kaspal Obiero. Other people who have been tied to that particular case are the former MCA Kanyodoto Ward, and his name is Lawrence Mule. He was also held by police for an extended period of time to allow for investigations into the matter to be completed. bodyguard to the governor was also arrested, and together with the driver of the particular vehicle that was used to abduct Sharon and the Nation journalist Barack. We now cross over to the Milimani law courts. Ken Mijungu, what is the latest?
Profile case, Olive, and as we were saying before, it was a simply straightforward case, Olive. He just came in, they asked him a question, and the particulars of the question that was asked, that between the 3rd and the 4th of September 2018 at Owade area in Rachuonyo sub-county within Homa Bay County, jointly with others, not before the court murdered Sharon Otieno, and it was a murder charge that he was asked if true or not true, and he promptly answered not true, and the judge told him that he has entered a not guilty plea. And of course, immediately following that, they had to do a bail application from his lawyers, and the lawyers asked the court to release him on bail. However, as expected, Olive, this was rejected by the prosecution. Now, the lawyers for Obado, that's the defense lawyers, had submitted to court an affidavit regarding their bail application and the reasons why the court should grant bail. Unfortunately, the prosecution was not averse to that application or with that affidavit, so they requested the court to allow them time to respond to that affidavit, and indeed the court allowed them time. However, Olive, they wanted to come back to court on Wednesday, but the judge insisted that they come back tomorrow afternoon. In the meantime, the story inside the court is that Gigiri Okoth Obado, Migori Governor, will be remanded at the Industrial Area Police Station until tomorrow afternoon, when they will hear the bail application, because they couldn't hear it having had an application or a submission of an affidavit that the prosecution had not responded to. So Obado is headed to the Industrial Area Police Station or prisons, because right now that's where the prosecution says he belongs. But the defense wanted the court to allow the police to continue holding him at the Gigiri Police Station, which was rejected by the prosecution, and obviously it had to be rejected because procedure is that once you take a plea, you change your status. Now you are a suspect proper, and of course after that you can only be taken to the authorities, which is the prison authorities. So it'll be at the industrial area prisons until tomorrow afternoon, and by that time the prosecution is expected to have replied to this affidavit, and then it will come before the court. Now Justice Lesit will hear it once more, the bail application, and they will determine if he should be released on bail or otherwise. However, there's a new matter cropping that the defense mentioned. They said that one of the reasons that the prosecution intend to hold Obado further is because they wanted to consolidate this case and another one on Wednesday. Now, because this case was not the subject matter, it was not mentioned in court, but my suspicion is that they want to consolidate this case with the other suspects who are not before court today, but who have been charged jointly now with Obado as having committed this murder, or the murder of Sharon somewhere in Rachuonyo at Kodera Forest. So, Olive, that's the status right now. It took a maximum of about 20 minutes or even less to get over with this. He has taken plea, a not guilty plea as expected, is headed to the industrial area remand. That's now under the prison authorities. Olive?
Thank you very much, Ken Mijungu, there at the Milimani Law Courts. As per his brief, the governor has pleaded not guilty